They're a primitive, violent race.
They're a young species. Freedom is the right of all beings. Necessary sacrifice to bring peace to this planet.
We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little, but we have lost the way. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness.
What the
Without these qualities, life will be violent. All will be lost. Lost, 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 lost.
Things that make you go,
Cantor was the person who created the modern theory of sets, and in particular what he did was to show that, give a definition of infinity, and really what he said was that if you have two sets and you can put them into one-to-one correspondence, then they've got the same cardinality, they've got the same size. So that, for example, if you take my two hands, I can put my fingers and thumb into one-to-one correspondence, which tells me, without counting the number of fingers and thumbs that I may have, that I've got the same number on each hand because I've paired them off one-to-one. So if you could do that pairing off from one-to-one, he said those things are of the same size. And all that seems very reasonable when you come to deal with finite sets. It's exactly the way we do counting. But when it comes to infinite sets, it behaves very differently, because if you apply the same kind of arguments, you can show that there are as many even numbers as there are all of the numbers, because you can pair off the number 1 with the first even number 2, the number 2 with the second even number 4, the number 3 with the third even number 6, and so they're paired off. Very counterintuitive, very counterintuitive indeed. But that's only the start of it, because what he was able to show was there are as many integers as there are fractions. And then what he was able to show, by a very clever argument called the Cantor diagonal argument, however, that there are many more real numbers than there are integers. So you can't pair off the integers, as it were, in one hand with all of the real numbers in the other. So that's an example we have at the moment of two different infinities. This year is to show how Cantor used a very clever strategy of looking at the collections. If you've got an infinite set and you look at the collection of all its subsets, so all of its subsets, a subset is just a sub-collection, that the collection of all of subsets is a bigger infinity than the set you started with. And of course, once you've done it once, you can do it again. So you take this collection of all subsets and you look at the collection of all subsets of that, and it's got a bigger infinity than that. And you just keep on going, and you can build up an infinite number of infinities.
Were we so different?